I'm Victoria Pearson, but you can call me V. And by the time you watch this video, I will have just had a birthday. It was my 41st birthday on Friday, but I am actually recording this video before my birthday, so I haven't decided how I feel about that yet. But on balance, I'm usually pretty good about the aging thing. I think it's a lot better than the alternative, don't you? Now, you might be thinking, oh no, it was V's birthday and I didn't get her a gift. Well, don't worry. There's only one thing that I want you to get, and that is your copy of the Summer Round Stories, which I'm trying to get without my ring light shining on it. It's not working very well. This is book one. This is Agents of Secrets and Lies, and a lot of you will already have it because this is the one that came out on Boxing Day. Absolutely love this book. I'm so in love with the artwork on it, which is by Kit Cooper. I'm so in love with the formatting of it, which Miranda did fantastically. The maps in it are amazing. I even like the author picture of the four of us, which was taken by Lisa's husband when we were out at the pub together having a little writerly meetup. Now, the second book in the series, Savage Invasion, which I do not have a copy of just yet. So I'm going to hold this one up and I'm going to sort of superimpose the actual cover on it. So Savage Invasion actually came out on my birthday. It came out on Friday. If you are very, very quick and you order today, I think you might still be able to get it at the introductory price. But there is something that you need to note about the second book. And this is where it gets a little bit convoluted. So we use several different distributors for this book, including Amazon's KDP, but also we want the book to be available in places like libraries or Waterstones Online, Barnes & Noble, all the other places that you can buy your books. And so to do that, we have to use several different distributors. And one of them, IngramSpark, does not allow you to put 4 authors on one book. It caps it at 3, which is very annoying when you have equally written a book with 3 other authors. So it is 4 authors in the book. We did struggle to get around this. There was a lot of toing and froing. And in the end, that we decided that the easiest way to deal with this issue was that the 3 surviving authors, because Michael Wombat sadly passed away just before the first book was released, the 3 surviving authors would each take a turn to have our name left off of the main book and just added to the description instead. And for book 2, I'm pretty sure for book 2, it is my turn. And so in some retailers, not all of them, my name won't appear on the listing until you read the description. But it is still the book that I contributed to. I did still write words for this book. I haven't been pushed out of it or anything like that. If you are getting one that looks like this, that is the correct book. It will still have my name on the cover with the others, but on the actual listing, it will be Michael Wombat, Miranda Kate and Lisa Shambrook, and you'll find my name in the description. But that is still the right book. It is the book that I've contributed to. I've still written that one. In the first book, I think it was Lisa whose name was left off, and so she was in the description for that. For this one, it's my turn. And so I will have my name listed on, I think, the first and last ones, if I'm remembering the right order that we're doing them in anyway. So what I'm saying is, the Summer Round books, I still contributed to, even if you can't see my name on them, as long as you've got Michael Wombat, Miranda Kate and Lisa Shambrook on the listing, and you've got my name on the cover, that is still the same book. That is very unnecessarily confusing, and I'm a bit annoyed with IngramSpark for doing it that way, although I suppose that maybe this way of collaborating on a novel is a little bit novel. I know that we have a lot of anthology stories with multiple authors out there, but maybe there are fewer trilogies that are novel trilogies with 4 equal co-authors on them. I'm not really sure. I had a little look around because I was trying to work out how they could do it, because I'm sure that there must be a way. And there are books that are published with 3 or more authors on them, but they were all quite a long time ago, so maybe they don't have that mechanism anymore. I'm aware that the distribution companies, including IngramSpark, are updating things all the time, and perhaps us coming across this issue might prompt them to have a look at that. I'm not really sure. But this is the way that we've managed to get around it, is by each of us taking a turn to have a name left off. So, Savage Invasion, book 2 of the Summer Round trilogy, is still partially by me as well, even if my name doesn't appear on every single listing. That being said, it should appear in most places, including Amazon, which is where the majority of you seem to be getting your books from. Savage Invasion came out on Friday. It is the second book in the trilogy. It has got some of my favourite parts in it, and you're going to see a developing of certain relationships in there. I don't want to spoiler it. And so, if you haven't got me a birthday present and you're thinking, how can I make V smile? Go and buy yourself Agents of Secrets and Lies, or buy yourself Savage Invasion. And maybe by the time this goes out, you might be able to pre-order book 3 as well. I'm not quite sure yet. We might need to still do a couple of little bits to get that locked in. But regardless of whether you can pre-order that or not at the moment, it will be available on the 20th of March. That is when it is scheduled to come out. We've had 6 weeks in between each to give you a chance to read and process what you've read before moving on to the next book. Also, hopefully give you enough time to maybe leave a little review for me. If you've already bought your copy of Agents and Secrets and Lies, maybe a little review to say what you liked about it, or even what you hated about it, because actually sometimes that can be really helpful too for other readers. Although us authors, we love to ask you for reviews, and we love to get good reviews, obviously, they're not really for us, they're more for other readers. And so if you can mention things that you liked or disliked about the book that maybe didn't make it into the description or the little snippet that people can read, other readers might find that helpful to see if it will be a story that they enjoy. And so any review is a good review as far as I'm concerned. In this book, we have got some iconic female characters who absolutely run everything, even if the men in the story think that they are. We have got some fantastic comic relief in there with the warrior Cleve Skull and his parrot friend Wimbag. We have got LGBTQIA representation from more than one character, and that's not the point of the story either. The fact that these characters might be gay, bi, non-binary, asexual really doesn't have a lot to do with the story, it's just who they are. And I like that in a story. The world that we've created here is so rich with potential for stories, and there's so much that didn't quite make it into the books. We've got histories of the place, we've got their religious ideas, we've got all of this world building that we did together during the writing. And it would be such a terrible, terrible waste if that didn't get used for something. So I can imagine myself returning to this realm a lot of times in the future. But for now, though, it is the 3 books. We've got Agents of Secrets and Lies is already out. We've got Savage Invasion has just come out 3 days ago. And very, very soon, the final book, Battle of Wind and Fire, will be with you as well. And I'm so excited to hear what you all think of it. I probably shouldn't have done the video in character as my character because it kind of gave it away. I should have waited and asked you guys if you could tell which characters that I wrote, because I think that would have been really interesting. Unfortunately, I didn't think of that until after I had had the idea to do all of the videos. And honestly, I'm glad that I got those videos out when I did, because it meant that Michael got a chance to see them as well. And I know that he had a lot of fun doing it. So that was just a quick one this week, probably to make up for the extra long one that we had last week. But I'd only just got my author copies of Agents of Secrets and Lies. I'm so pleased with how it came out. Look at my lovely maps there. And I can't wait to actually get stuck in and reread it with fresh eyes as if I'm a reader, not the writer, because you don't get a lot of chance to do that beforehand. You're doing all the editing and stuff. It'd be really nice to just read it, just to enjoy it. And I'm looking forward to my next read through. So join me on Monday for my next vlog, where I'm not sure yet if we're going to be doing an artsy one or a witchy one. I know we're not quite due a witchy one yet, but I've seen some things on the Instagram and I am going to have to rant about it and show you how to do these things properly at some point. So it might be a witchy one. I might not be able to hold that in for much longer. But either way, I will be here on Monday, 6 AM UK time, talking about something. And if you can't wait until then to see me again, I will be here every single day in your shorts, taking a great big deep breath, letting you know what I'm grateful for, trying to get our day started off nicely like that. And I will also be here on a Witchy Wednesday doing an intuitive tarot card pull for you as well. As always, you can book me for a private reading through my Ko-fi. You can find all that on my Linktree. You can also find links to the Summer Realm series there, and all of my other books, as well as my art and other projects, and all of my socials as well. So go and stalk me through Linktree and have fun with it. Like and subscribe, or don't, I'm not your mum. And either way, you have yourself a magical week.